Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Delirium League 3.10. This is a league start video, so let's get into it, dude. So I've put together a POB. This is updated to the new patch. So we get to see the new tree and all that. This is the 121 points plus Ascendancy. We take Commander of Darkness in the end and overtaking Bone Barrier. This is budget league start, okay? So let me go back to the beginning just to put it all into perspective. So I still have the 3.9 and then I have the new one. So this is our first 24 points. It's about minion survivability. You get this damage and you have this sacrifice so your zombies stop dying. And then once you get a nominable army at 25 points, your stuff is good. Then at 42 we ascend. And we get these points. 42 gets us our Mindless Aggression. This POB will be in the description below for you to go through for yourself whenever you want to. Easy peasy. Plus ascend, we get the Unnatural Strength for the 2 level of minion skill gems. Okay, then we can grab Mistress or Commander. This one, I think, to be honest, when I actually go to do this, I'm going to take Commander of Darkness over Mistress now. And we're going to just go for more damage. But at the time when it happens, we might need Mistress Bone Offering. I don't know yet, but this will be the skill tree. We'll then get this res and stuff. We've skipped all jewels up till now. Then we go to 102. Collect the rest of the stuff on the skill tree. More res. You can take off this if you don't need Faith and Steel, because we don't have Energy Shield in this build anymore. And then I won't go to the 121 and Ascend, because 7 jewel sockets is kind of unnecessary, and this is level 80. Okay, level 79. So this is more realistic as a league start. So this is what I recommend. And then I went straight to what is the build gonna look like. Okay, so you can start with these 3 minions. Zombies in this order of utility. So Feeding Frenzy is really important to make them useful. Multistrike is useful because of the way it works with the slam. Val Summon Skeletons needs Feeding Frenzy for the dash and Melee Splash for the AoE. Summon Raging Spirit, Feeding Frenzy, and Melee Splash. I don't know if this needs Feeding Frenzy, to be honest. I don't think it does. Okay, so then these are the 6 links I recommend. And so how I would do this is the build would look like this. We'd have a weapon, a 6 link, 3 red, 3 blue. It doesn't have to be a blade, a sword, or anything. Whatever weapon, 2-handed weapon you can find with 6 link, 3 blue, 3 red. You can make the 3 blue, 3 red if it's not too bad. This is a deck space, so it's bad. Don't try to do this. And then I crafted some minion damage, which is through the lowest tier Fear Essence. I'm sure I'll have one by then. This is just an Astral Plate to show that it's a 6 link, 3 red, 3 blue. This is what I recommend. Get a shitty, cheap 6 link, then craft some stuff on it yourself. Crafting is fun, guys. So that's what I wanted to start with. So then the skills in those, the weapon or the chest plate can be zombie. This is the 6 link, and this is the damage. The summon skeletons is this, and it's 148. I'm not sure. I don't think this has the 40% nerf yet. Maybe it does. I don't think it does. So 40% less than this, but it's still really good because it's comparable to zombies, and there's 40 of them. Okay. The next thing is then, so those are our 2 6 links. If you go for a 5 link, delete Ruthless. If you go for a 5 link, delete Multistrike. To show it, it's not that bad. 5 links not that bad, but it is a lot more. Look at how much more damage you get, dude. So yeah, that's why we go 6 links. They're so cheap at the beginning of the league. The next thing is raise Specter. So here I put, this is gonna be 2 Carnage Chieftains and 1 Host Chieftain from Act 7 Ashen Fields. 2 Carnage Chieftains and 1 Host Chieftain. Okay. We use Blood Magic so that the Specters will be able to spam their abilities. Normally, they have a really high mana cost, and they don't have a lot of mana, and they don't have a lot of mana regen, so they can only use it every, like, 4 to 8 seconds or whatever it is, and it will not stack very efficiently if you move around, but if you use Blood Magic, they're spamming their abilities, because they have life. Minion life, because I love this. You could use Meat Shield too, and then Stone Golem for the life regen. Our auras are War Banner. You can take Hatred instead of Pride if you want, and if you run Elemental Equilibrium and have a way to proc it, but I haven't done that in the build because it's confusing and it's a whole thing, and I'm just going to keep it simple for the League start people. So Pride doesn't work with Generosity, but it's still really good. If you switch this to Hatred, you get more damage. Then we have Purity of Elements. So you don't want it in the same link as the Generosity because it will make the Purity of Elements only affect the minions and not you. So make sure this is separate, but it can be in the same item, just don't have it linked. Okay. And then I decided this was something neat. We put together Phase Run, Increased Duration, Efficacy, Bone Offering. And so our Phase Run is infinite duration, meaning we'll click it and we'll go invis, and then before we come out of the phase run, we're going to be able to click it again, so we have infinite phase run. The second thing is increased duration and efficacy on Bone Offering will be really nice, so that it doesn't last like the base duration, it's going to have a longer duration. So yeah, figured double dip on the increased duration, and this also fits without using a single, we don't have a single unset ring, and this is all going to fit. And this is also really nice because in the beginning of the league, having like, well, the base shouldn't be that hard to get, but good mods on a base of an unset ring would be really hard. And we still have room to run an unset ring now for, oh god, we have to run one. I forgot one thing. This is required. And then if you want a second unset ring because you want to run Convocation, you can. So it fits. This time it actually fits. Okay, this is up to you guys. But yeah, Flame Dash. Whoops. Whoops. That's pretty important, dude. How did you forget that one? Okay, and then, like I said, I only recommended the 2/6 links. I'm not going to recommend mods in the beginning of the league because it's not a league start friendly thing. What I recommend now, as an understanding, when you come into the game, we have all this damage from doing all this, right? This is damage. What I've shown you is damage, and we have up to 41 res for free, some block, and the armor from the flasks. Okay, so now let me show you the flasks. So Divine Life Flask, this is instant recovery of 1440 life. I think it's half, so you get 7, whatever, 6, oh god, math, 720. So I got 2 of them. And then this one has freeze immune and this one has bleed immune. These 2 are such a big portion of your life that these are going to be our forms of recovery. And this is until you can actually get the leech, which getting the leech from the Baron is pretty expensive. And so we usually just league start with Life Flask. This is the biggest part of the build for people who don't use these. I recommend Life Flasks. It's very active playstyle because you're clicking your life flask, you're clicking the skeletons, but trust me, as a league start, this is really strong. And then I recommend a granite flask because it gives you 10,000 armor. And then silver flask with ignite immune. You don't need that. You can just get whatever silver flask you want just to give you onslaught for the 20% move speed. And then quicksilver flask with move speed's nice for super move speed. But the life flasks are the defining feature of the build because this is your only form of recovery really. And so like this is how people used to play Necro before we went and added all of these layers of defense that we found recently. This is the old method. So on a budget, you get some life flasks, instant recovery, and now you're good to go. And then you're asking, okay, then what do you do for the rest of the items? So the rest of the items can do things that you need. Life. Maybe minion damage. Maybe reses. Maybe strength, intelligence, dexterity. You can get chaos res. You can get... mostly the other stuff is going to at least be like a 4-link glove, a 4-link boot, a 4-link helmet, but that you can do easily by this point. The 6 links are harder to get, and yeah, you're mostly just going to need like generic, very boring generic stats in the beginning of the league. Boring, easy, just to complete the basics, because this is what we're missing. Res, chaos res, maybe some block, armor, life, strength. Look at this dex. It's 34 of 155. We could use some more strength, dude. I don't mind some strength. Like, there's so many options. Maybe some regen. Maybe some unique items that do things like I was mentioning, Grip of the Council, or maybe we get the Baron early. Maybe we get an Astromantis in the build. Lots of options. The Socket, you can go for the unique jewels that were in our build, like Efficient Training, Bronze, stuff like that. But you can also just get generic jewels with stats that we use. Reses, Life, Strength, Dex, Int, Chaos Res, Minion Chaos Res, Minion Taunt, Minion Leech, Minion Regen, just generic Minion Damage, Minion Attack Speed, Minion Cast Speed. Anything that we use in the build already is good, guys. So don't be too limited. Don't feel limited on your options for items in the game. I'm leaving you guys so much freedom. I'm not forcing you down a road. It's the beginning of the league. This is the major things that actually matter. The gems, the order of the links, the skill tree, and the 6-link recommendation. This is going to make so many people's league starts the best league start they have ever experienced. Life Flask is going to change people's experience of the game. Holy shit, dude. This is going to be great. I can't wait. So then, when do we actually switch off of Life Flask and all this? What is the turning point of getting rid of skeletons? When we can buy a real weapon. And that means like a 14x weapon. So we're basically going to be working with this budget build all the way up until we can afford the big build. So we're going to try to farm blight maps on a budget with skeletons and all that stuff. Yeah. That's what happens. So there you go. I'll make a separate video for what I think is the late game shit, I think. But it will look completely different after. Like, the numbers would look different because the cluster jewels are going to change everything we know and love about this game, Kappa. Anyways, I think that's it. I think that should be all the information needed for the great league start. I don't think I've left anything out. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope this could be helpful. If there's any more questions, anything that was unclear for anyone, leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll try to get to it, and I'll try to help you out before the league start in 2 days. I wish you all great luck in case you don't watch another one of my videos, but I hope you have a good league start and get an X before mapping. Hope you have the greatest leveling experience you've ever had, dude. And this build, our league start's great. It didn't really get affected that much by the patch notes, so we're perfectly fine, dude. Enjoy. Thank you guys. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!